Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the SD channel, aka Spiritual Desires. For we are always spiritually led to our utmost desires. All right, thank you so much for joining in today's reading. Today's collective reading, because that is what we do here on this channel. We do collective readings for all signs. So please know that every zodiac sign is welcome here in this safe space. All right, always I give a disclaimer. These readings are for entertainment purposes only, so they may or may not resonate with you. However, the things that do resonate, keep it, apply it to your life, and then the things that don't, just leave it and give it to someone else, okay? All right. Of course, if you are in need of a personal reading, I myself do not do them, but my mentor and life coach, she offers a lot of services that can help you if you are dealing with something personally. So please check out the description box below. All of her information is there, her website, her Instagram, her Twitter, and so forth, okay? With all that being said, let's go ahead and jump into your reading. All right, so let's see what Spirit has in store for you today, collective. Or shall I say what's in store for us? Because I too am a part of the collective. Let's see what Spirit has in store for us today. Spirit, what do you have for the collective? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? In today's reading, Spirit, what messages would you like for the collective to know? What information do you want the collective to know, Spirit? Spirit, what information? All right. We got one card out so far. Let's see what that is. So the first card you have out is the future. All right. So something about your future is very important here. Maybe you're thinking a lot about your future. Maybe you're planning a lot for your future. But ultimately, I feel like whatever it is that you're doing moving forward, you already see what's in store. So you've already planned this through. You've already done whatever necessary work is needed for you to move forward into something in particular. So the next question, the next card you have out here is ask for help. All right. So maybe with these future plans, you're going to need some assistance. If you're maybe seeking financial help, maybe speak to your bank, maybe do a GoFundMe. And of course, if you have friends or family that you know can either help you out, it's okay to ask. And so, especially if you know that you're using these funds to kind of invest in something that you know is progressing you forward towards your future, and the plans that you have set for it, then I would say don't feel deterred or deterred from asking people for help, okay? So if you know that you're in assistance, especially when it comes to finances, don't be scared to reach out to the people that you know love you. Or again, even if you have to reach out to institutions, a closed mouth doesn't get fed. So just take the initiative, and if you know you receive a no, that's okay. Just keep going until you receive that yes. All right. And so then the third card we have out here is mystery. All right. So maybe you're being discreet about your plans. Maybe a lot of people are wondering what plans you have. Maybe you have people around you that can kind of sense that you're making some changes, and they're just wondering or questioning what it is that you're working on, or where it is that you're going, or whatever the case may be. But I think that you're keeping a lot to yourself. I think that you're kind of playing the poker face. You probably know that you're really moving in a different direction, and maybe you just don't want a lot of people around you to know what that direction is. Okay, which makes sense. A lot of times it's better for you to keep your or shall I say, you don't want to let your right hand know what your left hand is doing, you know, or your left hand know what your right hand is doing. You want to keep certain things, certain personal things especially, close to your heart. You don't want to let people in on all the ins and outs of what you got going, because at the end of the day, whether they wish you well or not, just the opinions of others can a lot of times create doubt, and you don't want to just throw a hurdle in your way on your plans while you're trying to move forward. All right, so Keep things to yourself. All right, and then at the bottom of the deck here, we have magic. All right. So again, I think that you definitely are creating something beautiful moving forward. I think you already know what it is that you're wanting to invest in. You already know where it is that you want to go. You may just need to receive more information or more help as you are trying to implement these new plans. But again, just always think about what it is or what information it is that you're giving out. If it's not necessary information that's going to be helpful, then keep things to yourself and only expose certain things when you know that it's necessary. All right, because I think that you yourself are creating something very beautiful, and regardless of what happens along the way, I think that you're just manifesting what it is that you want, and nothing is going to stop the elevation of that. All right, so let's see what else we have here. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? Do y'all like the jazz music playing in the background? I love it. It's so soothing. And it just helps really set the mood, you know? Okay. All right, so you had a few cards come out here. So the first card we have is emotional loss, number 5. All right. Next card we have coming out here is intuition, number 2. Again, you already know what it is that is meant for you. You can already pretty much see your future. You know that the world is in the palm of your hands, and you know that you're going after something big, something that's very transformative in your life. And so a lot of times, even with your intuition, not only can you kind of feel your way to where it is that you're going, but it's like you know that the veil has been lifted where nobody else can see your plans. Nobody else can understand how it is that you're moving in this way. Only you can see this. Only you can feel this. And I think that that's very important, because it gives you the leeway. It gives you the go ahead to make these necessary changes without needing to seek validation from other people. Okay, so that's beautiful. Next card you have out here, love begins, number 1. Okay, so you could be embarking on this future with a loved one, someone that you have a romantic involvement with. Oh, and then the next card you have out here is rejoice in celebration, number 3. Okay, so this could be a lover and a friend, or this could be a lover and friends, or this could be just your community, your family. Like I said, especially if you're asking others for help, especially if you are in need of help, you will have these people that want to support you. You will have these people in your corner, and they want to see you thrive. Okay, you will have good people, especially like your soul family, that will rejoice in your wins. They will celebrate you for all of your accomplishments. Okay, so again, know that even though you may have some people that you want to keep things from, you will have those very special people in your life, whether they be family, whether they be romantic, whether they be just friends, colleagues, whomever. You'll know who those people that are in your corner, you'll know them. Okay, so just be vigilant when it comes to making sure that you are trusting the right people, but know that you definitely do have people that are wishing you well, so don't think that you don't. All right, and then the last card we have out here is third eye chakra, number 6. This card has been coming out a lot lately in the collective readings. Again, it's all about your intuition. Truly, you have 2 cards that emphasize you having a strong intuition, you knowing deep within, you feeling what it is that you are meant to be doing here in this life. Okay, you know what it is that you're supposed to be doing moving forward. Again, you don't need validation from other people. You can already feel what God is nudging you towards. Okay, so make sure that you always follow that intuition. Make sure you always listen to your gut feeling, and don't don't run away from your third chakra, especially if things are not happening quickly or overnight, and you start to maybe feel a little discouraged because things are moving slow. So maybe you start to feel like, maybe that thing that I was feeling was just me thinking crazy. Maybe that really isn't the right direction for me. No, if you already know that what you're doing is a part of your purpose, if you already know, if God has already shown you the direction in which you are meant to go, don't question it. Just move in silence, move with integrity, and move under his guidance. Okay, don't ever try to skip over what God is doing, okay? Because all you're going to do is deter, and all you're going to do is stop the growth. All you're going to do is put a wrench in the process, okay? So just make sure that you're listening to God first. Make sure that you're listening to yourself and your intuition second, and make sure that you are just make sure that you're moving in a way that shows people, yes, I thank you for the love that you're giving me. I thank you for the advice that you're offering me. But at the end of the day, this is a spiritual journey for myself, and I have to be able to do this on my own and in my own way, okay? So just like moving humbly, but in a respectful, it's like you move humbly, you move respectfully, but you move with confidence, and you move with determination, okay? And you move with resilience, and you move in a way that you put out there that you know exactly what it is that God has put you on this earth to do, okay? All right, and then at the bottom of the deck, you have movement, choices, and decisions, number 2, which is another card that has been coming out a lot lately. So I think that this just goes back to the being wise in your decision making, making sure that you're making the right choices for your life, and that you're not letting outside opinions come in and dictate how you move. So it's just being mindful. It's just being mindful about keeping things to yourself. It's just being mindful about making sure that you are like crossing your T's and dotting your I's, that you're not moving too impulsively, that you're taking your time to make the right decisions. And again, it's also about being mindful that you are not trying to move or force this new you that's in a way where it's disingenuous, okay? Let God lead you, and you follow along that path. He will leave the breadcrumbs. All you have to do is follow him. Don't try to take the lead. Let God do what God does, and that's letting his power be our strength in leading us down the right path, okay? All right. I love Yogi tea. I don't know if you all ever tried the Yogi boxes of tea. They sell them at like Walmart, Whole Foods, Kroger's, and a lot of other stores. But I love Yogi tea, especially their energy tea. They have a positive energy tea, and they have a perfect energy tea. And I mix that with one of their green teas. Oh my gosh, it is so delicious. And they always write like these little messages on their tea bags. I'm gonna read, I think I have 2 messages here from Yogi, and so I'm going to read those messages at the end of the video, because they're very they're just very good messages when it comes to helping the soul heal, and just trying to give you some type of encouragement as you start your day. Okay, but back to the reading. All right, let's see what else we have here. Oh, I'm telling you, I love that jazz music, okay? All right, Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? What information is it that you want us to know, Spirit? Please let us know what it is that you want us to know. All right, so for the first card, we have out Let Your Light Shine. Clearly, you are shining bright. Clearly, your aura is just very magnetic. It's very powerful. It's very strong. It's very beautiful. You are just you're having just like this glow up, and maybe things in your life have not changed to where you yourself are feeling like you've had a glow up, but the outside opinions of you are just that you are vibing at a very high vibration, that you are just that you're just walking with such grace and with such just like power. Honestly, you're walking with a lot of power. You're giving off the energy that you can accomplish anything. You're giving off the energy that makes people like look at you and have such an endearing spirit, about you. So that's beautiful. That is very, very beautiful. Let's see what else we have here. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? I'm so proud of you, collective, because I really strongly feel like it hasn't been easy trying to get to this place of peace and harmony in your life. It hasn't been easy trying to figure out like the right direction in which you're meant to go. You've had to do a lot of soul searching. You've had to probably go through a lot of dark night of the soul type of transformations, and that's not an easy place to be. So the fact that you really did push through, you did the hard work, you focused on yourself and the things about yourself that you knew you needed to heal, like that is something that you need to really just like pat yourself on the back for. That is very commendable, and it takes a very strong person, a very spiritually strong person, to be able to look themselves in the mirror, recognize that they are imperfect, recognize that they may do things that are not of God's highest will, and be willing to change those things and actually want to change those things about themselves. It's not like you are transforming yourself internally because because like the world is forcing you to do it. No, you're doing it because you yourself want to be better. You yourself want to grow and mature spiritually. Okay, and so we all know that in order to make those changes, it starts from looking within, and you've done that, and I'm so proud of you, and you should be very proud of yourself. All right, but that's why God is blessing you. That's why moving forward, you, even if you do experience some road bumps, you know that God's protection and God's direction is all that you need. Okay? You know that, and you're living in that, and you're living in your truth. And I'm just, again, so proud of you, and I just want you to keep up the beautiful work. All right, so the next card you have out here is the messenger. Okay, so you could have a message coming in, or maybe you yourself need to send a message to someone, especially with it falling very close to the love card. I think that maybe someone that you have had a romantic encounter with, they could be reaching out to you. I do know that I think we are currently in a retrograde season, so you do have to be mindful when in retrograde seasons when people come back into your life, because when the planets go direct, things could then change again. So just be mindful of that. But at the end of the day, if this is a romantic partner specifically, I do think that this person has a lot of love for you. I do think that this person cares about you deeply. So if they were to reach out to you, I would definitely say take the message, take the phone call, talk to them, reconcile with them, go out with them. Because you never really know what one conversation can do. It can really spark something up and really be the catalyst for for moving forward in a very beneficial way for your life and theirs. Okay. All right, so the next card you have out here, which it kind of goes this way, it says everything is temporary. So that kind of also goes back to what I was just saying. A lot of times if you do rekindle something with someone from your past in a retrograde, it could not be, or it could not have a lasting effect. Of course, that's not the case with every single person or with every single situation, but Just keep that in mind. But another thing that I'm getting off of this card is, if there are maybe, how can I say that? If you are feeling a little confused with how you're going to figure out certain things in your life, that you may not fully know or fully have all the information to move forward in a particular direction, know that not having what you need is just in the moment. When God is ready for you to move forward, He will always give you what you need. So if you don't feel as though right now in this moment, at this point in time, that you have all the funds, that you have all the proper paperwork, that you have all the necessary compartments in your life in order to make a big change or a big move in your life, even if you don't feel like you have all the information that you need to move forward, don't worry about that, because at the right time, God will give you all that you need. And especially when it comes to you fulfilling the purpose He has for your life, okay? Nothing and no one can stop that. And when God is ready for you to go, you won't have to question if you got enough. You will have enough. That's for sure. Okay, so whatever it is that you're dealing with, if there are some things in your life that are causing a little stagnancy, that's causing a little confusion, that confusion is just temporary. Don't worry. You will have all the necessary information you need to get things going in your life, okay? So don't worry about that. And then the bottom of the deck, you have projections. All right, projections. Okay, so I think that the projections card, oh, okay. Because then underneath that, you have eyes on your own paper. You see that? And then the card after that, you have the level up card. So I think that kind of goes back to when I mentioned how people are just very concerned with what it is that you're doing. They probably wish you would give them more information about the changes that you're making in your life. And they're just kind of trying to project their insecurities onto you. And that's the main reason why you don't let them in on what you're doing. Because you know that they can project their insecurities onto you. Especially if you know that you have people in your life that they're just not really like the risk-taking go-getter types, okay? They probably they kind of sit in their own mess instead of changing it. You know, if they're going through troubles, or if they're going through issues in their life, versus trying to figure out, well, why am I going through these issues, or what can I do to fix these issues, they'll just mellow in sympathy for themselves, okay? It's like victimhood mentality. And so sometimes it's hard for people that can't change to watch other people actually make a change. And so you just, at the end of the day, that's why you move in silence. People may want to know what you know, and I think you know that they want to know what you know. You're not oblivious to it, which is why you're keeping it to yourself, because at the end of the day, they're just either being nosy, or they're just not wanting to see you elevate, and so they're wanting to possibly cause doubts and disruption in your life. And we're not allowing that, okay? We are not allowing that, now or never. So always be mindful of that. And again, just know that you're moving in the right direction because God told you. And that's all that matters. What God thinks is what matters. What God feels is what matters. What God says, that's what matters. Nobody else. All right. All right, so we're going to go ahead and close this reading with some advice from Spirit regarding this situation. And hopefully you all have received some good messages here from me. Hopefully this has resonated with you, and hopefully it has offered you some type of support when it comes to moving forward and how to handle certain people, how to handle certain fears. And as well, again, if you do have a romantic partner that's coming in, be open and willing to letting them know that, you know, if you do care about them and they're coming in telling you how much they care about you, be open to letting them know that you too have strong feelings for them. And especially if you do have somebody that's coming in that you know can offer you some type of assistance with, you know, this new path that you're taking, take the help. Ask for the help, because you never know who's willing to offer you support. Okay. All right. So the first advice card you have out here is, don't let your past hold you back. South Node. Okay. I know that's not a good. You see that? Okay. Yes. Don't let your past hold you back. South Node. Okay. So that's pretty self-explanatory. If you know that you do have people or situations in your past that's affecting your future, release it, let it go, give it to God, and control what you can control and leave what you can't. Okay. But at the end of the day, we are growing. Okay. And we are thriving, and we are looking ahead for a better future. So you never want to stay too stuck in the past. Learn from whatever lessons that you were meant to learn from. Take those learnings with you, take that wisdom with you, and move forward. Okay. That's all we can do. All right. Spirit, what advice do you have for the collective? Spirit, what advice do you have for the collective? Spirit, what advice do you have for the collective? Spirit, what advice do you have for the collective? Okay, no, that wasn't the card. Alright. Okay, so the cards you have out is surrender. What does that say? Okay, surrender to the divine, full moon. Okay, that's what I just said. Give it to God and let it go. If you have worries, if you have fears, if you have questions, if you have concerns, if you're dealing with a little bit of anxiety about a particular situation, give it to God. Control what you can control and surrender everything. Okay? Even the things you know you do have control over it, still surrender those things unto God. He will make a way where there is no way. He will provide everything. All the tools you need, God will grant them to you. Okay? So don't worry about anything. Don't let anything get in your way. Just give it all to God. All right, one more message. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? What advice messages do you have for the collective? Lord, what messages? All right. So, last card we have out here is prosperity lies ahead. Full moon in Taurus. Okay, so you're going to be feeling very grounded. You're going to be feeling very prosperous. You're going to be feeling very fulfilled. I mean, you're going to be feeling as though you finally are able to build a life on solid ground. Okay, you're going to again have all the necessary things that you need to fulfill a stable and joyful life for yourself. Okay, a stable life, a joyful life, a thriving life. Okay, you're going to be able to fulfill all of the goals and all of the fantasies that you've had regarding your life, regarding your future, regarding anything. Okay, I know I may be doing a little mumbling right now, but I'm just like, I wish you could feel the energy. Sometimes when the energy is like so potent, it's hard to get the right words out, but like I can just feel your aura and it feels good. It feels as though like you finally are like receiving the notoriety for all of your hard work. You finally are receiving the just due and for your accomplishments. Okay, and the world gets to see this. The world gets to see this. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck we have the end of a tough cycle approaches. I couldn't see that last word. The end of a tough cycle approaches. full moon in Capricorn. All right, so you really are bringing something to a close. You really are starting a brand new life. Okay, you have a new beginning on the horizon. It's going to be beautiful. Anything from the past that no longer needs to move forward with you in the future, you will be releasing it. You will be letting it go, and you will be moving on, moving forward. And that's all that one can ask for, right? It's just to move forward in this life and to continue to progress. All right, so that was beautiful. I'm very proud of you again, Collective, for all of your hard work. I can't wait to see what life has in store for you. I was going to say leave a comment in the comment section and tell me what's going on in your life. But right now, in case you did not know, the comment section will be turned off just at least as we try to grow this channel, but maybe in the future, hopefully in the future, and hopefully soon in the future, I will open up the comment section and you all can really give me your feedback. Tell me how you're liking these readings and if there are some things that you want me to implement on the channel as we grow. All right, but in the meantime and in between time, I want you all to take care of yourself, be safe, be blessed, be good to yourself, and be good to others. All right, I will see you in the